Hi everyone, it's Max. Thank you for joining me today. Today we'll be talking about a really important part of our everyday life is budgeting and keeping track of your expenses. I don't know how many of you actually do keep track of what you spend. Sometimes banks send their information at the end of the month with a statement. I just want to share a template that I used over last couple of years and tweaked around and found that it's the most convenient way, at least for me, to track the expenses and I just want to share with you. And if you want to get one yourself, you can follow the link in the description. And if you find it more useful to develop one, you can also see what I've done and create one yourself. So let's go. As we can see, there are two sheets on the spreadsheet right now. One is for monthly expenses, and the first one is for general budget planning. Let's assume we have a student who makes 18 bucks an hour and um, everything is already predetermined based on formulas. This multiplies weekly pay and makes it monthly. This deducts tax, which is 20%. Well, it's for the lowest income bracket for Ontario, it's 20%. It might be different in your province or country you live in, but you definitely have to deduct taxes. And this is other income, just in case you have, I don't know, family contribution or some other source of income that doesn't need to be taxed. You just add it there, like you just have space for it. Then what we have is the 15% monthly saving or investment fund, which is, I think, is pretty useful to have, just in case something happens and you just need extra money to cover up or make a payment. This comes to be 345.60, which we can enter here and plan it into our budget. The rest is really depends case by case, and it's up to you to find what you're gonna do. I'll just use the general example. For example, rent is 800. Food, we'll spend 300 bucks a month on food. Transportation, I'll use the Toronto example. TTC is 156 a month, and well, few drunk Ubers, it's gonna total to 200, for example. And phone, well, phone is around 50 bucks if you have a basic plan. So, and taxes 56.50. The rest is up to you. It's 600 to spare based on this budget. Let's just use 200 each. Your budget will be different, but it can follow the same pattern. If there is anything else you want to save up for, like PC or the car, it will just tell you how much money you need to keep out monthly if you want to buy it in a year. So let's jump to the other one. The other one is our daily transactions. And to set it up, we just need to enter amounts from our monthly planning to our daily transactions. So we know how much is there left to spend. We will enter rent and savings into our table because we'll need to make some changes to it as we go along. Minus 345.60. 2304 is our total, which matches with what we make. So that should be even. The only thing left is the income, which will be half of what they make after taxes. So it's divided by 2, 1152. That's 1152 and 1152. The thing is, it might be different for you based on how the company deducts your taxes, or if you work for yourself. Maybe it's not the best table, but it also might depend on what you get for the income. The main thing is, like, you keep your expenses on the right side and you keep your income on the left, and this takes an assumption that you use your credit card to pay for all of your expenses, and then you cover it up with the debit at the end of the month. There are different articles that say if it's a good or bad idea to do that for your credit score, but it might be working. It's definitely easier and it's much safer in terms of getting your money back in case it gets stolen or you get a defective product. But consult with an advisor at your bank. Then once everything's set up, we just enter a transaction and we just say it's September 1. We group it and we say where it was, like Tim's, and we pay it by credit, right? So it was like, I don't know, $9.55 for the meal. You see how our total is still at 0 because that 95 is part of eating out category. So the idea is to keep groups named same after what you've planned. So if you went out for I don't know, for the club and you paid for drinks, then it would be entertainment category. It will be club and it will be like 40 bucks. Then it goes to entertainment. I've made a few transactions just to show you and save time. And they all add up in our table. The way it works is that the table uses the sum of function, and yeah, it just searches for the group name and it gets the credit column in. You can do editing after. Few more things that I want to showcase in this table, and it is when you have the category that doesn't fall into already predetermined ones. For example, hygiene. I don't know, you bought like shower gel at Shoppers and you paid 10 bucks for it. It goes straight to the other category for which you also have budget. So everything that doesn't fall into those predetermined groups will be other. So when you plan your budget, just estimate how much you will spend other than eating out, entertainment, and getting yourself transported. The other thing is that if you go over the budget, for example, if you go shopping out again and you bought some home food, you see that you've spent 400 this month, but your budget was 300. This 100 will be in overspend. It will make it 0 in food total because it takes the number from here, but your overspend will be in your total. So when your assets, get subtracted from what you spend, it will give you your total. So that overspending will be reflected and you will see how much you actually make. At the same time, if you get your salary income at 1152, you see the double counting, right? It goes to 1,000. Shouldn't go like that. When your income was supposed to be paid, you say done and put the date in. Let's say September, what was that? September 4. So this way you kind of avoid the double accounting. And also when you pay money for rent, like you should transfer like bi-weekly, right? Because you pay once a month at the beginning of the month, but you get paid twice. So it's easier when you save up when you get paid. And then you just say again, done September 4. That's it. That's pretty much how you do it. At the end of the month, you can keep your savings into a separate account. You will get your rent for the next month and you will see how much you've spent in each category. You can also filter it out by each, or you can make a pivot table after if you're really into that and it's your thing. I think that's everything you need to know. It's kind of fast, but you can also adjust it the way you want and play around with what you spend and how you work with your money. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it useful, and if you have any questions regarding how it works, or especially if you have any ideas of how to make it better, write them down below. Also share your ways of what you do to keep your money. I know there are some apps that are available and some people find them useful. That's really interesting to know, and maybe your answer will help someone else who is gonna watch this video too. I wish you best of luck with management of your money, and till the next time.